John 6 and 44. And after that, Hosea 12 and 10. The reason why people be in so much trouble and there's so much confusion and so many bad teachings, because niggas don't know the word. When it comes down to it. Look at this nigga here, posing. Come on, boy, don't hit me. Don't do the neo pose. Don't do the neo pose. Do the neo pose. He was like this here. Y'all ain't see. He was like this here.
I was about to jump on you, about to talk about my man.
He had the hand up under his feet like he posing like this a photo shoot.
I was about to jump on you, about to talk about my man now.
Huh? Jumping and say that whole thing is she gonna jump on me by Neo, but the thing is Neo want what you want. Yeah, you thought he was cute.
Yeah, go ahead.
I tell you probably ain't think it was cute till you seen him after he took that hat off.
That's the first video he came out with. He had the hat on the whole.
I know it. You really thought he's so fine. That nigga took that hat off. That nigga hat looked like two booties. That nigga said, I'm done with that nigga. That nigga hair looked like two booties. Nigga said, I'm telling you, this ain't President knows he might fall. This I want nothing to do with that nigga. Hey, that's how LL did it too. I see why them nigga kept that hat on. Boy, that nigga LL took that hat off for the first time. I said, boy, that nigga look like an alien. That nigga still, it'd be 1,000 degrees, he got a skull on. John 6 and 44. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me drawing, and I will raise him up at the last day. It is written in the prophets, they shall all be taught of God. Every man therefore that have heard and have learned of the Father come unto me. Now we sit back and look at it, right? Remember how we looked at last night? We're going to touch on that in a little bit too. Remember how we looked at last night? What did he say about Abraham? What was the thing, the statement that Yah made about Abraham? In Genesis 18. He said, shall I hide this thing from Abraham? Shall I hide what I do? You know what I'm saying? Now we sit back and look at it. He said, everyone that come unto the who learned of the Father gonna come to the Son. Why else would that happen? Because I've shown you everything that I've done. You know what I'm saying? We didn't read it in John chapter 15 last night, but we're gonna read it right now. John chapter 15, verse 13. Lizzie?
Wow.
15 and 13. Book of St. John. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay his life down for his friends. Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant know not what his Lord do, but I have called you friends. For all things that I've heard of my Father I have made known unto you. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. Now you key the key thing. What was the key thing that you just noticed right there? What did the Messiah just, what did the Lord just tell the people? What did he tell his disciples? What did he just tell them? He said, greater love had no man than this, that a man should lay his life down for who? And he said, I don't call you servants, but I call you friends. He said, why did he call them friends? Now I told you everything. You sit back and look at it, right? He said, no man can come to the Father except the Son draw him, right? So you wonder why these people don't know this man? Because you're not my friend. You wonder why they can't see this stuff? You not my friend. We read in James chapter 2 last night. Let's look at it again. James chapter 2, verse 21. Make it 20. After we read this here, let's get 1 John chapter 1 about verse 5 as well. I'm going to run this down. So y'all bear with me, put your seatbelts on. Calm down, Lizzie. Don't hit nobody. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered up Isaac his son upon the altar? See thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect. And the scripture was fulfilled, which saith, Abraham believed God, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of God. Now he made the promise to him in Genesis 15. He said, I ain't got no heir. All I got is this Syrian in my house. He said, you ain't got to worry about that Syrian. He said, I'm going to make you a great and mighty nation. I'm going to bring seed up out of you. He said, and I'm going to give you this land. He said he believed in me, imputed it to him for righteousness. Now, just because he believed, that didn't mean nothing, but you should already know before we got to Genesis 15. And Genesis chapter 12, what did he tell Abraham to do? What did he tell Abraham to do? He said, leave everybody you got, right? And what did Abraham do? He left. He believed him, right? Then he sat back and told him, walk through the land. Then he sat back and said, you finna smash everybody in Sodom, and I'm going to be with you. Then what happened? The priest of the Most High God did what? Blessed him. Then what did Abraham do? He, as they like to say in the mafia, he paid tribute. He hit a kickback. You know what I'm saying? Because he sat back and looked at God was with me in everything that I did. And then he made a promise to him. Because at that time, he just told him to leave. He hadn't promised Abraham anything at this time yet. You know what I'm saying? But then he promised him a seed. And in that same seed he promised him, he was willing to offer the man on the altar because I know that man going to keep his word. He going to do what he said, man. He going to do what he said. That means, so guess what he turned around to do? Everything that I'm going to do, Abraham, I'm going to show it to you. Because remember what he said. He said, I know him. He going to teach his house what? Justice and judgment and the way of Yah. Now you sit back and we look at the Lord. He said, we read it last night, John chapter 5. Everything the Father do, the Son do. Everything the Father showed, everything he do, he showed it to the Son. All the works he do, he showed it to me. Then the Son turned around and did what? Showed it to us. And guess what? We can go back and look at another similitude of that. Who can think off the top of their head another similitude? I read it to you last night. When he showed everything, he said that Moses would be a God and Aaron would be your prophet. And he showed everything to Moses. And Moses showed it to Aaron. And Aaron showed it to the people. And it says that Yahshua will be a prophet like unto Moses. And he worked signs. And how many times did them people ask when the Messiah came, are you that prophet? Are you that prophet? So they knew there was a prophet had to come to work signs. So that means everything, because everything he did but bringing us up out of Egypt, he showed it to him before. I'm going to show you something. Amos 3 and 7. Don't sit back and think, and we done mentioned this before. How many of y'all done heard God work in a mysterious way? How many of y'all believe it? But we know that ain't the case though. God don't work in a mysterious way. Not even the friend, not even the people openly, even to people who ain't a friend. When he saw Jonah, he didn't do nothing mysterious. He told them, y'all don't repent, I'm going to kill every last one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let it be known. I'm going to let it be known. Man, you got to remember that this is a black man. 3 and 7. That's a black man. You know, black man, I might have some stuff I'm trying to tell you might be in riddle, but when I'm going to come across your dome, I'm going to outright tell you I'm coming right across your dome. If I'm coming to deliver you or save you or give you something, I'm going to come right out and tell you. Remember when we look at mystery in the book, all it means is hidden truth. But they think that the Lord just do stuff in some old crazy tight way and you don't know it was going to happen. Man, the Lord don't operate like that. That's confusion. Amos 3 and 7. Listen what it said. Surely Yah will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So before anything goes down, he gonna tell it to you first. What do we read anywhere in this book this man did anything without telling the people what he was gonna do first? He never came and just did something and you were just amazed. See the reason why the people didn't catch it, 1 John 1 and 5. I'm gonna show you why people don't catch it. Because they not his friends. So if they not his friend, we just gonna read. Y'all just bear with me, we gonna roll. Praise the Lord. Lizzie, I see you. I see you smiling. You over there with TT? You don't want to play me no attention because you around there with TT. 1 John 1 and 5. This then is the message which we have heard of him and declare unto you, that God is light and in him is no darkness at all. He's light, no darkness in it. So if there's no darkness in it, then what's not in it? Sin. No iniquity, no sin. You know what I'm saying? No, none of that. Everything that pertains to life. Now, y'all remember Genesis chapter 1? So I'm going to show you something in a minute. But we're going to work our way down. We're going to work our way down. I want you to come back to Isaiah chapter 28. Then we'll come back and we'll look at John chapter 12, maybe John 9. We'll see how it works. I know we've been referencing, but I want y'all to really understand this here. If you're in darkness, you can't see where you're going, right? So when you're in the darkness, you're really just flat out stupid. You know what I'm saying? Remember, every Hebrew Israelite favorite verse to quote to somebody when they don't agree with what they're saying is Isaiah 8 and 20. If you don't, according to the law and the testimony, if they don't speak according to this word, there's no light in them. But we know when they say there ain't no light in you, that means you don't have eternal life. You don't have the Ruach HaKodesh, because the man just said, you can't come to the Father but by me. Yahshua said, I am the light. You know what I'm saying? I am the light. The law and the testimony is all about him. The law and the prophet prophesied till John. Now the kingdom of heaven preached. All men press unto it. Now it's all about me. Now you knowing that everything, see, that was the mystery war. Everything was talking about me. Now I'm here, it's revealed. You know what I'm saying? That it's about me. Now if you don't have these two things, if you don't have the faith and the obedience in order to this man to show you all things that he do, then guess what happens? You're not a friend of God. And if you're not a friend of God, what inheritance do you have? That means you're not a part of the covenant then. Because he said that the seed was the Abraham, and it's not seeds of many, but seed of one, and that seed being who? That's Christ. That's the Messiah. That's HaMashiach. That's your Savior. You got to be born of him, because that's where the promise comes from. So if you ain't born of him, then you're not a friend. And if you're not a friend, that means you're an enemy. Because he said if you're a friend of this world, you're a what? You're an enemy of y'all. You know, there's no in between. You're either a friend or you're an enemy. You're either a saint or you're a sinner. You know what I'm saying? You're either Kodesh or you're un-Kodesh. You're either clean or you're filthy. You either believe or you don't. See, niggas want to have it in the middle. You know, I got a little bit of faith here. I got a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that. What he told you, I would rather you be what?
Yeah.
What? Hot or cold? He say not lukewarm, because what happened if you lukewarm? I gotta get rid of it. I ain't really. I can't do nothing with you. Isaiah 28. I think about verse 16. Isaiah 28 and 16. Liam, Kingston, cut it short. Don't look at me like that. I ain't scared of you, cuz. I know you 12 years old. Hey, listen. Listen like this here, like she want to fight. You see how she walked over here? I don't want no problems, listen. I seen you got 3 new teeth coming in too. You ready to go. No, no matter, I might fight harder then. I've been wanting to whoop you for about 32 minutes.
Home, boy.
You know what I'm saying? And like that, Leah ready. She was finna bust you upside the head with that bag of nickels. She was ready. He said, therefore thus saith Yah, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation of stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believes shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place. Now what you will remember this here, the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place, because he laid judgment to the line and righteousness to the plummet. Anybody got any idea what I could go to about a statement that the Messiah made? Who got an idea? John 15, what did he tell them people? If I wouldn't have came and did the works that no other man did, they would have not had what? They would have not had sin. He said, but now that I done came, you ain't got no cloak for your sin. If I wouldn't have came and did the works that no other man did, you would have not had sin. But now you seen and hated me and my Father. Because that's when he said he sweep away the refuge of lies. Because that's what we were caught up in it with lies. You know in Jeremiah chapter 7, he said this is a people who trust in lies and things that cannot profit. That's what we were talking about earlier before we came on. Pastor talking about our brother talking about Mother's Day. You taking this too serious. Because you in the refuge of lies. See, it's safety in lies. That's why you think people walk around living a lie. It's safety in it. My illusion of life can't be destroyed. You notice what, you know, when we talk about the Matrix earlier, what he came about to offer him in that movie? Huh? Truthful life. He asking the red pill or the blue pill. You got every Hebrew nigga or so-called conscious nigga, they love to talk about, are you going to take the blue pill? Are you going to take, I don't remember which one is the truth. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, some of these niggas say they done took the truth pill and you still living in lies. Because if you living contrary to God's word, you living a lie. You living a lie. You know what I'm saying? You trying to convince yourself that you're righteous when you're not. I done told y'all before, man, somebody that believe their own lies is somebody without a conscience. Do you know the level of instability you got to have in your mind to convince yourself to believe lies? Even in the face of overwhelming truth. And I'm talking about because, see, if you have to accept the truth that your lie is not tangible, then your whole reality and your foundation is shaken. That's why I'm sitting there telling you, a lot of people, they like to run up on them Christians and they wonder why they don't want to hear it. A lot of them just stupid. Some of them hard-headed, but some of them is you taking everything. You heard what Dominique said, you snatching my whole foundation, you ain't leaving me nothing. That's a lot for people to take. They gonna kick, scream, and fight. Because it's not necessarily that they disagree with what you're talking about, but you just snatched everything I had in one swoop. And most don't even go about it in a tactful and finesse type of way to be able to ease that, because that's a lot now. You come and telling me my whole life is a lie. What's that movie, The Truman Show? And they found out his whole life was a lie. You know what I'm saying? Did you see the level of shock what he went through in that movie? You just told me my whole life was a lie. Everything. My wife ain't real. These ain't even my kids. My job ain't real. Am I real? That's the question somebody go to ask. Am I real? Because you done took everything from me. That's why you think they wanted to kill the man. He just said he was going to sweep away the refuge of lies and that you wouldn't have no hiding place now. That the water shall overflow the hiding place. Because what are the waters? Yahshua is living water. He just said there's no cloak. You ain't got nowhere to hide. Where you going to hide? Hold what you got. Hebrew chapter 4. We'll read it again. Just in a different way. Thank the Lord for the word. Hebrew chapter 4 verse 12. You already know what it is. Oh boy, the band back together and y'all going hard and Lizzie about big enough to join in. Ain't it though? Say the band is back together again. I'm telling you, all four of them, and Lizzie is big enough to play. Say before I wasn't big enough to join. Say now I'm big enough to join. Because Kingston, Leah, and Mike all the same age. Ooh, glad all y'all birthdays ain't in the same time. Hebrew 4:12, for the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight. All things are naked and open unto the eyes of him whom we have to do. That's what he said. I laid judgment to the lion, righteousness to the plummet. The judgment was in John chapter 16. He said the God of this world, the prince of this world, is judged. Do you know what I'm talking about? That is, you know what I'm saying? It to the line now. It's straight, it's tight now. You got to walk that straight line now. I done laid it to the line. I done laid my life down. I done brought judgment to the plummet. What you gonna do? Where you gonna hide? Better walk straight. Solomon already told you that in Proverbs chapter 4. Don't deviate to the left hand, to the right. Keep it tight. Keep it straight. You know what I'm saying? Keep it on the line. Come on back over here to Isaiah chapter 28 though. That's what we got to sit back and look at now. This man done cleaned it up. There's nowhere to hide. How many of y'all think, why do you think I told y'all that last night? Y'all so worried about some of the stuff you done did in your past and you don't want nobody to know when God already knows. So if he know, what you care about another human being knowing for? Like, sit there and think about it. Man, I done did all this stuff. I don't want nobody to know about it. But the Lord of heaven and earth sat there and watched you the whole time you were doing it. You know what I'm saying? When you stand before him on the last day, he going to do this move right here. Open up the book. What you supposed to be looking at is, if you right, that they've been removed. It ain't even going to be mentioned. He told you that in Isaiah. I blot out your transgressions for my sake. I bring it like a cloud. I don't see him. I don't know him. I'm not going to. See, the Lord ain't like no nigga. You did some old foul stuff, and they throw that stuff in your face about what you did over and over. You remember that time you did this here? You ain't did none of this stuff in years. You know what I'm saying? You 10, 15 years past your time period of being a drug dealer, or being a robber, or being a hoe, or being a liar, or being a thief. You know what I'm saying? You passed all that. Remember that time you slept with that nigga? Remember that time you was selling crack? Nigga say, nigga, I've been on my own business for 8 years, cuz. Why you talking to me about selling crack? You know what I'm saying? I don't sell crack no more. Why are you telling me about this? Do you not see these fleet of limos I got out here, man? Do you not know I own property all across town? They all rented out too. I ain't got no vacancy rate. Why is you talking to me about selling drugs? I don't do that no more. See, y'all don't operate like that. Once you have repented and you have learned of him and you cease from the behavior, that's blotted out. I don't know nothing about that. Like, it's a big old wall. I don't know nothing about that. Sin no more. All that stuff you did on this side of the fence, I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that. He's not going to bring that up to you. Every person in, he already told you that in the book of Psalms. He said if he was to count iniquity, who would stand? But he said he offered forgiveness that men might fear before him. This man has the right to kill every single solitary human being that ever existed on this earth. And he would be justified in doing it. But he showed you mercy by not doing it. So you would respect him and honor him, because you know I ought to kill you. But I didn't. Matter of fact, since I'm in it, come over here to the book of Psalms so I can show y'all where I got that from. I'm trying to remember what song it is now. It's been so long since I read it. Calm down, little Mike. Let me try to remember where that's at. Let me try to remember where that's at. Dale might have to help me out on this. You just threw that out there to be a douchebag. You know, sometimes, it's not in 34:8. That much I know. It's been a while since I read it to remember exactly where that's at. I just remember what it's saying. Huh? He said who? Yeah, it ain't Psalm 51:4. That ain't what I want either. That ain't Psalm 51. Oh, he said who? If he was to count sin, who would stand before him? Trying to remember. It's been a while since I read it. And somebody get me a bell. You about to make
something?
Huh?
What? You gonna string yourself?
No, we're gonna whoop somebody here. You gonna make me get like what's the name? Moore's Day. Jerome! Get me a mirror, and I'm finna go cross your behind. I know y'all too young to know what that is, but that was a hard record back in the day. More day, you know what I'm saying? Going straight upside his head. Straight upside his head. But in all honesty though, you sit back and you think about that. How many of y'all even sat back and thought that? You thinking, man, see, that's the working of the enemy too. He'll have you sitting back and you get all caught up and, man, I done did this and I done did that, and you still caught up in all this stuff that you done, and you ain't looking at if you ain't doing it no more. Why is you still worried about it? The only reason why you would still be worried about it is for one reason. What you think that reason would be? Because you're still doing it. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't selling dope no more, I ain't beating myself up about doing that. If I ain't hoeing or lying or stealing, if I ain't malicious or outright evil, that stuff is not eating at my spirit because I no longer participate in them activities. But if I continue to participate in them activities, then guess what? Guess what it's going to do? It's going to bother me. It's going to bother me. It's going to bother me greatly. Come over here to Psalms 130. There we go. 130. Lil Mike,
Be quiet.
ease up, man. Psalm 130. Listen what he say now. Psalm 130 verse 3. Psalms 130 verse 3. Lizzie on the phone, y'all. She said keep it down.
130 plus 3, you got 34.
Try to spin it however you want. If thou, Yah, should mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou may be feared. See, that's the difference between our God and the rest of us. He don't say, you go back to Isaiah 28. He don't mark you. He mark your sins now. Because he gonna judge you for them. That's if you don't repent. See, I'm actually showing y'all something. I'm finna show y'all something that go along to what we looked at on second Passover. Anybody remember what we looked at on second Passover? What chapter we was in Numbers on second Passover? You know? We was in number 35, right? And what we were talking about the city of refuge, right? Now it's something it's something out of that I'm gonna show you now. Now we mentioned this once already. Just to reiterate, did the hell somebody out? If you done got some safety, don't be no dummy and come up out the house now. Don't be no dummy and come up out the house now. 28, Isaiah 28, let's finish this here though, one thing at a time. So you see how he overflowed those lies in the hiding place. Verse 18, your covenant with death shall be disannulled. Who made the covenant with death first? Y'all should remember this. Who made that covenant with death? Adam. And your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then you shall be trodden down by it. From the time that it go forth, it shall take you. For morning by morning it shall pass over. By day and by night it shall be a vexation only to understand the report. Now you sit back and you look at it. Niggas be vexed trying to figure this stuff out. They be vexed. Because he said that God is like no part dog. Come back to Genesis chapter 1. Listen. Genesis 1 and about verse 15. Make it 14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide day from night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights. The greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and divide the light from the darkness, and God saw that it was good. What is this lesser light that rules over the night? What is this lesser light? Huh? I'm just asking y'all. It say he made a lesser light to rule over the night. So what is that lesser light that rules over the night? The moon on the natural level. But let's dig a little deeper. What you think it is? If you know the sun, he say, I said a light to rule over the day. You know that's the sun. That's Yahshua. I mean, not the literal sun. So who is this ruling over the night then?
The stars.
That's Satan. That's the adversary. You know what I'm talking about? Now he just sat back and said it's a vexation for them to understand the report. God is light, no part darkness. We know if you roll over the night, it's dark then. And we know from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, we're not children of the night. We're children of the day. John chapter 8, verse 44. And remember, he said, I'm going to set enmity between whose seed? The woman's seed
And the snake.
and the serpent seed, right? The snake seed, Satan seed. You got niggas actually think that's a literal snake and that Satan had a baby with him. When the book clearly say that Satan is called the devil, a dragon, and a serpent. You guys sitting back clear day what Paul said in Galatians chapter 1, if an angel come bring you another gospel which you have, we have not preached, let him be accursed. And Satan came with another gospel and he say that serpent is cursed. Stupid nigga think that. I actually had a dude on my page say I found research for a walking, talking snake. Just because you went to look that up to justify a walking, talking snake, you should be in the first trip to burn in the lake. You know what I'm saying? On the first trip. I'm talking about seriously. Because you got to be some level of stupid to actually go try to find justification for a walking, talking snake. And then actually post it claiming you a scholar and a man of intelligence to back up your claim. Because he did this because these dudes had a debate about was the Garden of Eden literal or metaphysical. And the dude Josh said that, yeah, I believe it was a walking, talking snake. And his credibility was gone with me anyway. He struck out 3 times. Anybody remember what strike 3 was? Just for laughs. Anybody remember what strike 3 was? What was strike 3?
Nigga said it was the spirit gonna make you perfect.
No, that was strike 2.
Oh. Well, excuse me.
Strike 1 was, that was one strike. I'm gonna tell you. Strike 1 was he said we don't know if Abraham kept the Sabbath or not. When he said he kept my law, statutes, and my judgments, he said we were inferring. When stupid nigga, when he said in Genesis chapter 3 that was the Sabbath, that was the law right there. Strike 2 was, I ain't saying the Holy Ghost make you perfect. That was strike 2. Strike 3, this nigga said, you don't need the law and the prophets to validate an epistle letter. That was strike 3. That was strike 3. Then he got out there in front of grown people and said, I believe that snake was literally walking and talking. Somebody need to take, why is it so hard to come in and say, no, that wasn't a literal snake. That was an angel. That was Satan. That was the devil. Let me run it down. I actually did that for a man. He told me that's not what the text says. So where is Paul getting this from? If an angel come bring you another gospel which you haven't received, let him be accursed. And we go right back to Genesis and back that up. Where is he getting it from? So he didn't pull that out of the booty hole. And in Revelation chapter 12 says clearly that this man is called a serpent, a dragon. Come on now. The book clear on it. You don't need no strong concordance. You don't need none of that. Just need a little bit of skill. Just got to have a little bit of understanding. Just like he said, if you done been taught of God, you going to come to me. You would know that ain't nobody going to be able to convince me. That's a walking, talking snake. They wasn't talking to no snake. And if you around here telling people, and I'm telling you, and if you went and like this nigga actually went to go find something to back that up. You ought to go to hell. You just made the living God look like he's a blithering idiot. So there's a snake literally standing on his legs. He's walking. Eat this fruit. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. When you sit back and look at why you think people mock our God word, why you think they mock our faith, and these supposed to be learned men. This is what I'm telling you. Y'all know that dude Josh highly respected, but a lot of Israelites nigga feel like he the hardest nigga out here, and you got in front of a bunch of grown people and said I believe that was a walking, talking snake. Nigga like this here, I get off the phone, man. This show's over with, man. I don't want to hear nothing else come out your mouth. You got to be certified stupid. I think Sharon got enough sense to know. I don't think that was a real snake. I get he but 9 years old. You believe that was a real snake? I know you don't. We just said it wasn't. If you would have said, yeah, we like this here, we put you in the bathroom, let you sit in there for 20 minutes. You know what I'm talking about? Let you think about it. Just smell poop for 20 minutes. It's not a real snake. It's not a real snake. No, I'm just messing with you, man. You
should be used to it over there sitting next to the light.
He can hit you with a low blow. Lord have mercy. John 8:44. I can't do nothing with y'all. 8:42.
Change the color.
Matter of fact, make it 8:39.
Yeah. Which one?
8:39. John. Back it up a little bit. After that, 2 Corinthians chapter 10. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Yahshua said unto them, if you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. We know what the work of Abraham was. He was a friend of God. He believed and obeyed, didn't he? But now you seek to kill me, a man that had told you the truth, which I heard of God. This did not Abraham? So if he said, I'm coming to tell you the truth, and the book say that truth is light, right? So if they try to kill him because he's telling them the truth, then guess what that means they are? Suck it up, Kingston. Keep it on the inside. Suck it up. Fix your face. I appreciate it. So if he trying to tell them the truth, and they don't want to hear it, guess what that means? That means they darkness. That means the greater light, the rule of day, don't rule over. You notice he said greater and lesser. Greater and lesser. Because Satan got rule. He got some authority. He got some dominion. But his dominion is lesser than the true light. Kingston, suck it up. I give you something to cry for in about 22 minutes.
What?
Oh, I got something for that too. I got something for the strong man too. I told you, man, Lord, we're going to tie up everything we looked at all week. Y'all don't be noticing the stuff we be looking at. It all go together. Everything we looked at Sunday, Wednesday, last night, all of it went together. Everything we look at today is going to bring it all full circle. Everything we done looked at for the last 3 days. He said, you do the deeds of your father. They said to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one father, even God. Yahshua said unto them, if God was your father, you would love me. For I proceed forth and came from God, neither came of myself, but he sent me not. Why do you not understand my speech? Because you cannot hear my word. Because they actually didn't believe. It was a vexation for them to understand the report. They were vexed. Ain't that what we just sat back and looked at? He was trying to come to sweep away, because he just said, you'll know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, right? In John chapter 8 by verse 30.
What is that?
So that means I'm coming to sweep away the refuge of lies you had, and if the truth gonna set you free.
Come here.
But when he was telling them the truth, they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. So you know what that means? He was trying to give them the report, but they were vexed. Couldn't even get it. You know what happened when you vex? You're a little angry. Get a little perturbed. Yeah, you're looking like Kingston looking right now. You know what I'm saying? You fix your face, boy, to stay like that. You don't want to go to kindergarten with your face looking like that. Everybody gonna pick on you. There you go. Don't put a smile on your face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know it. But your mama tell you sit your red behind down, sit it on down. No, he just red. He ruddy. It is what it is. If he was dark, if he was brown, I said sit your brown behind down. If he was jet black, ain't too many people. I only know about 2 niggas jet black. Reggie was one. I seen an African nigga. That nigga was purple black. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even think it was possible for a human being to get that dog. I said, what did you just do? Just sit in the sun? You just, as soon as the sun go down where you from, you just get on a teleport, shoot somewhere else, go stand in the sun, whatever. Nigga say, I want shade. I don't want no shade. I want more sun. He ain't want to blot out the sun. He just want to bake in it. Woo-hoo. John 8:44. Ye above your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. So that means, according to the law and the testimony, it means it wasn't no light in Satan then. Wasn't no light in him. That means he was that lesser light to rule over the day. Who ruled over sin? Did he tell you that who had power over death? What in Hebrews chapter 2? Who told you who had power over death? Nobody knows. Dang. Yeah, I'm tell you, we kind of set it up there real nice there for you. All you had to do was just swing it back. I'm talking about you didn't even have to do much. I'm talking about it wasn't even no 90-mile-per-hour fat ball or nothing. Underhand. Softball pitch, man. Sculpt this swing. Guarantee you get on base. You know what I'm saying? Might get a home run. Might look like how A-Rod was looking. They say that man's supposed to got $6 million for that home run. Yankees say we ain't giving that nigga nothing. No, for real. He got some in this company. You know, man signed a $275 million contract. And in that this was from years ago. He first signed a 10-year, $252 million contract. Then he opted out of that and re-signed for another 10-year, $275 million. And in his contract, he had certain clauses that if he reached certain historical milestones, they were supposed to pay him X amount of money. Like he just passed Willie Mays, 4th all time on the home runs list at 660. So he's supposed to got $6 million when he hit 661. If he hit 715 to pass Babe Ruth, he's supposed to get another $6 million. And if he hit 756 to pass Hank Aaron, he's supposed to get another $6 million. And if he hit 763 to pass Barry Bonds, he's supposed to get another $6 million. But they say since you got caught on steroids and got suspended for a year, We ain't paying you nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's for every milestone?
That's for every milestone. He's supposed to ended up getting $30 million.
What I mean is, you not getting it at all.
No, you ain't get. We'll give you your base contract money, which is about $23.5 million.
Steroids, if he hit 717, 2 years later, from 2 years from the day.
They still ain't gonna pay.
Okay. There you go.
They say it's something about marketing purposes. They say we can't market this stuff now.
It makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? They say it's tainted, but like I told y'all yesterday, they gonna say it's tainted, right? Because he took some steroids, but all you people knew these men were taking steroids. You was promoting them taking steroids. Why you don't give the money back that you made out of all the tickets and merchandise and hats and bats and all the stuff you sold and all the TV revenue you made off these men while they were hitting home runs while they was on steroids? So guess what that means? Then you are a class A hypocrite. Why you won't give back your world championship you won while that man was playing while he was on steroids?
That's why I asked.
That's what I'm saying. The reason why I mention that is to show you the but see, like I'm trying to show you their hypocrisy. Like I told you last night, how they going hard about Tom Brady deflating some footballs, talking about he should be suspended, but you killing my people in the street. You deflating human beings. And you want me to be more concerned about a man deflating a football? You deflating the nigga lungs with bullets. I'm gonna say I'm gonna beat it. Hey, Lil Mike. Lil Mike, cut it short. Cut it short. You alright? You being over dramatic. You ain't even hurt. Your pride just hurt. Yeah, your pride's hurt. You're not hurt. Your pride's hurt. I just be wanting y'all to look at that, for y'all to be able to look at stuff. Just don't look at stuff. That's why the man told you don't judge according to appearance, judge righteous judgment. You know what I'm saying? Because on the appearance, oh, he was on steroids. But these same people who don't want to pay him this money for being on steroids are the same people who reap massive benefits off of him while he was on them. No, he would have reached the goals with or without it. The man could play. I'm gonna tell you something. Steroids can't make you hit no ball out no park. Cause guess what? They only mentioned A-Rod because he was good. You know how many other garbage dudes was on steroids just like he was and did nothing? There were more garbage dudes. I'm just being honest with you though. The muscle mean nothing. You still gotta have hand-eye coordination. You still gotta have hand speed. You still gotta be able to hit. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta be able to hit. See, they want to sit back and look at it because, see, I'm going to tell you something. America values sports more than they value human beings. These black folks was going crazy in Baltimore, and they said, we got to play this game. We just won't have no crowd. But the game must be played. Because you know why? It don't matter if ain't no crowd. We still make money off the TV revenue just having the game on. Because we going to get this ad revenue that we going to make while this game on. I just seen they said about George Steinbrenner, he didn't want to start the Yes Network, which is a network which New York Yankees baseball games are played on. They say he didn't want to start it. Now the thing is worth $4 billion. For baseball. These people got $4 billion for a network for baseball, and not just counting our people. Let's not even talk about our people. They own people starving in the street and they don't care. These people got hundreds of millions of dollars to build a stadium. Niggas hungry though. You know what I'm saying? And they act like that, oh, we'll move if you don't give us the money to build this stadium. What nigga lead in? You know what I'm talking about? That's how, but they do teams like that. They do cities like that. Look how all people in this city was in an uproar wondering if the Jaguars were gonna move to LA. They act like they were gonna lose their life. Their life go on. You gonna lose your soul to the devil in the lake. You don't get your mind right, but you worry about the Jaguars going from the Jacksonville Jaguar to the. I don't care if they leave or not. Ain't no money out of my pocket. Only people that's gonna hurt is people who are affiliated with the franchise. That's gonna hurt them because they do business with them. You know what I'm saying? But it's the stuff I want y'all to really look at the land that you dwell in. You know what I'm saying? Because to these people value the life of a dog more than they do a black man. They value the life of they value footballs To them, that is more of a righteous judgment to deal with. But I'm still irked about that. Because they going hard about this man and he should he be suspended for a whole season? They didn't even sit back and say, now let's hear the difference now. They didn't say allegations. They say it's more probable than not he was aware that why was it more probable than not that them police officers beat that boy till his spine snapped? Why was it more probable than not that them police officers beat Rodney King halfway to death and had him on videotape? Why was it more probable than not that what they did to Sean Bell, they were dead wrong? Why was that not more probable than not? You know what I'm saying? And those were allegations. We're not 100% sure that they did these things.
On film.
You know what I'm saying? On film. On film. And we sat here and thought about every black man these people killed. We'd be here all day. I can't remember 2 minutes. And you want me to be concerned about Tom Brady and some foot? I don't care about no New England Patriots. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna let this know. I told you before. Ain't now one of y'all got no business wearing no New England Patriots apparel, because ain't now one of y'all no Patriots. If you a Patriot, don't come back around here no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't joking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, I got some shirts with comic book characters, all that there. Bet you I won't have Captain America. Get you a Captain America shirt. Don't come around here no more. Because around here, that mean you repping everything that flag stands for. So you down for the hypocrisy, you down for the stealing, you down for the idolatry, you down for the killing, you down for the... Me and Fat Boy know, because we don't watch this here. You know what them people overseas say? You know what them Arabs say every time they say United States truth coming? They say when y'all come, don't nothing but porn and Coca-Cola come. That's what their exact word. They say when you see the United States flag, you know porn and Coca-Cola is coming. But then them Arabs hypocrites, because they ain't need no white folks to come bring no porn. Y'all been watching it. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I want y'all to sit back and look at it, they like to ride us for what they do. These people do a lot of wicked stuff in private. They do a lot of wicked stuff in the dark. Don't y'all be sitting around here thinking, you got to remember, man, these the people God ain't chose. These people ain't never stopped worshiping their God. They ain't never stopped living foul. They ain't never stopped doing none of this stuff. You got to remember, man, most of these ancient civilizations, they gods, they had sex orgies with them. You think they stopped? You think them Arabs ain't stopped their sex orgies? They had a different idol for every day of the year, 360. You know what I'm saying? But somebody just found something where they found ancient dildos. All these cultures were freaks. You go sit back and you look at the Chinese, Kama Sutra. That's a religion that's all about getting freaky. And nigga talking about, I'm finna go do yoga. Ain't got no business going to mess with that. You call yourself a Jew. What you doing yoga for? I'm a Jew. I want to get it down with dog. Look at the position. Some of y'all done seen it before. Ain't but one thing you trying to down. Straight up. And when ain't nobody got no business, and you got men doing it. Look at the thing they get amped up, yoga pants. All I see is every gym group I'm in, all I see dudes talking about is yoga pants, yoga pants, yoga pants. They want to see the white girls in the yoga pants. You can see everything in the yoga pants. You know what I'm saying? Everything out there. You gonna walk in there, you think it's a full moon. That's her lady parts. It's all right there in your face. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to sit back and look at this stuff. We supposed to be separate from these people. We ain't supposed to be doing what they do. I can't. Do you remember what pagan holiday Mother's Day was on? I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Because now one of the sisters say, my brother asked her why she ain't celebrating Mother's Day. I just say, because we Jews. That's what y'all need to start telling people. They ask you, why you don't do this? I'm a Jew. And walk off. That's it. I'm a Jew. Well, what that mean? Just what I said. You want to know what it means? Look it up. I'm a Jew. We don't do stuff like that. I love my mama every day. Because a white man tell you go get some flowers, some cars, and take her out somewhere, you feel like I got to do it. Because Master say go love your mama today, son. I sure love my mama because Master told me love my mama today. I love you, son. Say I love you more than I love my mama, son. At the end of the day, that's what it really about. You love your master more than you love your mama. You actually don't love your mama. Because if master wouldn't tell you to go buy that stuff, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. That's real though. You wouldn't do it. If master ain't tell you buy your wife's son on Valentine's Day, you wouldn't buy it. Because you really don't, because you really love master. You don't really love her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't care nothing about none of them holidays. I ain't nothing about my mama, nothing on Mother's Day other than say Happy Mother's Day, I'm gone. I ain't buy you nothing. For what? I don't believe in none of this crap. I definitely didn't believe Valentine's Day. Man, I'm like this. Man, y'all know how I felt. You know where that money could have went to. Wait for it. That money could have went to some weed. That's how I felt when I was young. Shoot. That's how we felt about it. He ain't lying. He know that's how we felt about everything. We could buy some weed with this. That's how we looked at everything. You in your teens or early 20s talking about do what? Shoot. Nigga, I go see Sammy Dread, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about it's the mind frame of thinking, why would I waste my money on this? Like I told y'all, I ain't go to prom. Go to the prom for what? You want me to spend all this money to go to the prom to have sex with somebody you was going to have sex with anyway, or already were having sex with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even sit back and look at that's what the prom all about. For young people to go get freaky. Ain't no young person got no business out that time of night. You know what I'm saying? You spending all this money on these clothes. You done rented a limo. You done got a rental car. Niggas is copping liquor. It's acceptable this day to let a 16, 17-year-old child stay out till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You know they ain't doing nothing godly. Now you next thing you wondering about my baby pregnant because your son out there to get ramrodded and you paid for it. Y'all know I ain't lying though. You son out there to get deflowered and you paid for it. You sit there and think about that now. You sent your daughter to be deflowered and you paid for it. And you paid for it. And you met the boy and say, hey son, how you doing? Gave him a hug all the time, boy. I'm finna damage your daughter tonight. That's what's going in your mind, and you just gave me the green light.
You shook my hand.
You gave me the green. Y'all so cute. Y'all look taking all the pictures. Little do you know, nigga finna be punching all up in them. She finna be drunk. She finna be doing things you didn't even know she knew how to do. I don't stand none of that stuff. I'm glad I'm dealing with the workout. Boy, my children would have hated me. I didn't care. No, you ain't going to no prom, nigga. Don't want to go. Move out. I ain't paying for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't paying for it. I'm for real, man. I'm just being honest. I'm talking about 2 Corinthians chapter 10. I'm just being honest, man. I don't stamp none of that stuff, man. That stuff crazy. It just something in me, man. I'm not paying. Man, you know the senior year is a very expensive year. They want you to buy pictures, rings. I'm talking about, I just told you, they say grad night, they can go down there anyway. When we went to grad night, you had to dress up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You had to put on a collar, shirt, tie, all that type of stuff. To go to Disney World, I need to have a borderline suit on to go to the Magic Kingdom. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 10. Y'all know I ain't lying. See, when he said that we had to get dressed up, he was like, what? Yeah, they made us get dressed up. You know what I'm saying? They want you to buy a prom. You got to buy all this stuff. You got to buy your cap and gown. Nigga, just give me my diploma. Them people look at me crazy. I just want my diploma. You don't want to walk? No. No. Just give me the paper. I'm not here for no ceremony. Once I got the paper, I can say, you know what? Screw you, screw you, screw you. You're cool, and I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That stuff expensive, man. That stuff expensive, man. And if you ain't really got it like that, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of family, man. They been done went broke and spent money they ain't got because, you know what? Memories. A so-called memory. See, y'all don't even know. A graduation ceremony ain't nothing but a Masonic ritual. Why you think they put you in all black? They got the cap on you, 4 squares. Many people know what they be doing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't dealing with work. The only reason I ain't maxed out my 5-year sentence because she wanted me to be at her graduation. Because if she wasn't graduating from high school and didn't care about me being there, I'd have maxed that out. Because other people wasn't finna put me on no conditional release. Put me out on the street on papers for game time you work me like a mule to get. So you mean to tell me if I violate, you gonna send me back to prison to do time off my sentence you gave me? I'm maxing out. Man, I ain't gotta worry about it. Because one thing for certain, you got to let me out November 30th, 2009. We can do it however you want. And it ain't because I want to be around no whole bunch of men. But I've seen these people send a man back to do 14 days. You know what I'm saying? They sent Melvin. They sent his brother back to do 90 days. Man, they ain't got to, and you know what they end up doing? They end up giving you another letter Even though it's the same commitment, you end up with another letter. So instead of having a 0, now you got an A. So it makes it look bad, like you've been to prison. They know what they're doing. They setting you up to where you will always be pigeonholed and caught in this box or living a particular way. I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff, man. He know this. My mama know. I ain't never liked this country. I always been against it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it was misguided just because niggas just mad. You know what I'm talking about? I hate this place. You know what I'm saying? With a passion. I'm telling you, man, we were young not standing for the Star Spangled. But that police officer looked at me and fat boy like, you bastards. If I could, I'd pull my pistol out and shoot you right in this gym. Don't mean no fact. I ain't standing. I ain't standing. And if you come over here and ask me why I ain't standing, I'm going to tell you. Why would I stand for that? For what? That flag ain't got nothing to do with me. All that red on that flag tell me that's the blood you shed of my ancestors. That's the only thing going through my mind. Them stars is the stars they seen when you beat them upside their head. That's what I see. Straight up. That's what I see. That's what I see. I'm just keeping it real with you. That's what I see. I was in high school. I was to shoot 8th grade, mid-pair. They were mad. That nigga won't stand for the, oh man. Well, Lord willing, she be all right. You know what I'm saying? You know, I stopped standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. 8th grade, Miss Perry class, she was hot. Black woman, too. You not gonna stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I don't pledge my allegiance to these people. What I look like pledging my allegiance to my slave master? You crazy?
Stop.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, niggas be scared. Niggas like, we got red, white, blue on today. I done had that on. I tell you, I ain't no patriot now. I didn't like the color scheme. Well, me now, I'm American. I ain't proud to be an American. They want you to see around here like, I'm proud to be an American. If I were proud to be an American, I'd have shoot myself in the head right then and there. He said, I'm proud to be a Jew. It's an advantage to the Jew. And chiefly in every way, because under us was the Oracles of God committee. Ain't nothing proud to be no American. Shoot. Proud to be American, you proud to be a sinner. That's all you telling me. 2 Corinthians 10:10. See, that's like here, they'll be mad at me. One time, right, when I stayed in San Marco, Channel 4 News came up on me one day. Asked me to interview. I went hard too. Somebody told me they put it on the news too. I ain't even know. I never saw it. He said, well, I seen you on the news. I forgot what they were asking me about them running credit checks on people for jobs. I went hard too. I was shocked they didn't put it on. I went hard. So did. He said, can we interview you? I said, absolutely. I said, absolutely. When he told me what he wanted to talk to me about, it was 2011. I said, absolutely. Went dead. You know what I'm saying? Went dead in on the door. Because you know what that was? You know why they were running credit? To weed you niggas out. That was a way to keep a poor and oppressed people down. Because you know they credit bad. You know they credit. You know the average black person credit ain't great. For whatever reason. They don't necessarily mean they be irresponsible. Stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? So we know if I run a credit check on you, I say, come on, man, that's just another scheme to keep people down, to keep the money in a certain group of people's hands. So you'll have people get mad enough to burn the city down because I can't get no work. What does my credit got to do with me working at this job if I'm not dealing with your money? What does my ability to pay somebody back got to do with my ability to do this job? Because we know, these people research everything. They know Caucasians' credit tend to be higher than black people's. If I run your credit and I see your credit bad, I can have a plausible explanation to exclude black people from employment and not come under fire and not be sued. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I peeped the game. I told him all that. But he sat there and looked at me like, yeah, I said it. I'm hollering. Went my way. I said, the Lord allowed him to put it on the new day. I never saw it. Smoke out there, Justina told me he seen it on them. One thing about it, don't be scared to tell the truth. Now tell these people about their behind, boy. I'm talking about do it in a nice, calm, and respectful demeanor, but smash them with the hardest, heaviest words you can come up with. You know what I'm saying? That's real now. You gotta tell the truth, man. We Jews, boy, we supposed to stand for what's right and deny what's wrong and exercise just judgment. I see what you're doing. We ain't children of the night. We ain't no children of the night now. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to know, you got to be able to stand up. Like I said, we wasn't condoning them boys burning stuff down and up there, man. But them boys said, you got to stand up. Just like them boys over there, them Ethiopian Jews over there in Israel, right. Said, we tired of y'all beating us and killing us. We sick of it. You know what I'm saying? I done told y'all before now, it ain't but so much you can do to a man before he snap. Niggas get tired. And when you don't have a way to channel that frustration, it usually comes out in sporadic bursts of violence and destruction of property. I really can't be mad at them. I just can't condone it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad. But like I say, of course they're gonna be foolish. They have nowhere to channel that frustration and anger. I'm just mad. I'm just mad. I'm sick of it. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna hit you. Just like I seen the brother put the video up, they say, man, you talking about ain't no pharmacies in this neighborhood. It says a black pharmacy 2 blocks away from the CVS. They don't want to tell you that because we don't want you niggas to come to this black pharmacy. Of course we gonna paint a picture that CVS was the only pharmacy in the neighborhood. Because you know why they put these type of businesses in here, to put those type of businesses out of business. Whether it's black owned or not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, because I'm going to tell you something now. It don't even matter if it's black owned or not. There was a lot of small communities here in Florida that did not want Walmarts coming around there. We watched the video. When Walmart came to town, all mom and pop businesses were done. And that's why you had a lot of places, and these were Caucasian owned businesses, not black owned businesses. And these people like this here, we don't want you here. Because we know what you coming to do, because they come to make a conglomerate where you have to come to them. They don't actually want you doing your own thing. They always want you dependent on them. See, that's what we done lost in being reliant to this system. We done lost how to skill to survive, how to create stuff out of nothing. You know what I'm talking about? To even have the critical thinking skills to come up with a plan on your own to create something to eat off your own self, because we want to rely on them and get it from them. You know what I'm saying? He know, because we used to talk about that all the time when I was young. Man, that's the worst thing in the world, to know I am an oppressed man who has to go to my oppressor and ask him for a job. How am I going to get success out of that? I'm at his mercy and at his whims. How am I going to get success out of it? That means I have to be formulating a plan in my mind to do for, because the only way I'm going to be able to get the success that I desire is I'm going to have to assimilate. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to eventually have to become something that I'm not, or pretend to be something that I'm not. Because somebody just put that video up of that black dude that was a news dude and something flew in his mouth and the nigga came out. That nigga whole voice changed. Nigga whole voice changed. That nigga was talking about, and this is John Jacobs, the tenor. What the? Nigga came out. The nigga came out, and I'm not talking about the words that he said. His voice inflection changed and everything. So that lets you know, in order for him to get the success that he wanted, when he around a certain group of people, he acted a certain way. Why it just can't be me all the time? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk like Buddy from Strictly Business, or whatever that was when he was turning white. I don't want to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk like me. All I know was the nigga came out. They said, get me out of here. Come on, y'all, let's roll. Let's roll. 2 Corinthians chapter 10. I'm trying to put something in your head now. Because you got to remember now, the reason why I'm putting it to you like this here, because at the same time, it might just seem like, oh, that nigga clowning, and I'm telling you so. At the same time, though, these people are the children of the night. These people in this land are children of the night. They not the children of the day. These people are children of the night. We supposed to be the children of the day. That means we supposed to be making a difference. These people supposed to see us and say, they not like us. Remember, we read that in that book of Esther. They say, man, we got to kill them people. They got laws diverse than everybody else. They not like us. You know what I'm saying? When somebody see you, they supposed to say, you peculiar, you are. And that's what the law say. If you keep my commandments indeed and take hold of my covenant, you'll be a peculiar treasure unto me above all the nations that's on earth. Peculiar meaning odd, strange, different. Like I told you, we grew up like that. All three are like this here. We want to be different. If all you niggas over here doing this, then we gonna go over here and do this. Like I said, I just keep it simple. All you niggas wearing do-rag, we gonna wear wave cap. All you niggas wearing Nike, we'll wear Reebok then. You know what I'm saying? You niggas wearing heel figure, we'll wear polo then. We don't want to look like you niggas. We don't want to talk like you niggas. We don't want to do nothing you niggas doing. The only thing we can relate to y'all doing is if y'all getting money, okay, we want to get money. We ain't mad at you on that though. Everything else you doing, we won't do it. We won't be nothing like you. Cause when you sit back and you look at when we were in school, everybody was pretty much cookie cutter. Whatever niggas want to do, whatever they thought was gonna have them popular and be accepted. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it don't matter what generation you go to, all of them did it. You know what I'm saying? It was very few people that say, you know what? I just want to stand out. And if I'm not popular, and you know what, end up what? We were different. Niggas still had love for you. Niggas just ain't go around kissing them niggas behind. Kiss your nigga behind for what? I know you niggas lame. Niggas say, all these women giving up, he draw, you ain't really got to do nothing but show a little bit of interest. Man, all you had to do was tell some of them girls you had a job. And that was enough. In high school, a job? That was enough. Don't talk about it. You can get your mama car on the weekend.
Oh, what?
Or you got your own. It's over. It was over. So I'm trying to tell you now. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and 10. As the truth of the Messiah is in me, no man shall stop me of this boasting in the regions of HL. Wherefore, because I love you not, God know, but what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that wherein they glory, they may be found even as we. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of the Messiah. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. So you sit back and look at something. He say, if he transformed into an angel of light, what that mean then? Does that mean he light, or does that mean he darkness? That mean he darkness. And remember, see, this is a lot of people, because you know it's strange to people when we tell them, Lucifer's not the devil. This is one of the first places they like to run. Satan is an angel of light. He didn't say he was an angel of light, say he was transformed. That means he's masquerading, he's pretending. You know what I'm saying? Because he's that lesser light to rule over the night. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. You know, Yahshua ain't ruling over the night. What I'm ruling over sin for? What I'm ruling over death for? Because Hebrews chapter 2 tell you, he came to deliver them from the bondage, who was always had the fear of death, and destroy him that had power over death. That is the devil. Death is synonymous with darkness. In this book, death is synonymous with darkness. You know what I'm talking about? Sin is synonymous with darkness in this book. And who has power over it? Let's look and see. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Because it's a vexation for them to understand the report. And whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, let the light of the glorious gospel of the Messiah, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. You wonder why they can't get it, because they daddy done blinded them. They can't see. If you blind somebody, what that mean? What did Yahshua say? He that walk in darkness don't know where he going. Who got power over darkness but Satan? He the one got power over it. So when we look at 1 John 3 and 8, see, this is stuff a lot of Hebrews don't want to talk about. Don't nobody want to talk about that fine line of committing sin and living upright. Nobody actually want to talk about the Son, because what it's going to end up, all you can talk about is keep the Sabbath, don't eat no swine. What's after that? How many times you going to tell me stop eating pork chop? I think I figured that out, sir. You know what I'm saying? You know it's serious. Somebody see you and they first thing they ask you, where's your beard at, brother? That's when you turn around and walk off. Grown man asks you why you ain't got no facial hair, you turn around and walk off. You supposed to be preaching the word. Now, the only thing you concerned with me about is where my facial hair at. I done heard a dude say, I will not conversate about the Bible with a man who don't have no facial hair. So if the Lord would have popped up right now with the booty face, and he went in here dropping massive word on you, you gonna disregard it because he ain't got no healthy faith? So you mean to tell me you were looking for a beard and not for the word? Man, I wouldn't care if he had a full beard, a half a beard, no beard. What if he that is of God hears God's word? You hear them not, because you not of God. Said if you not of God, that means you are the night. That means Satan rule over you. Remember how we read in Romans 6 and 16 in the last night? To whom you yield your member services, to whom you obey. Whether it be sin unto death or obedience unto life. Now he just said that lesser light was the rule over the night. So if you commit sin, who rule over you? That's ugly, man. That's ugly. That's ugly. 1 John 3 and 8. He that commits sin is of the devil. For the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose was the Son of God manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Whosoever is born of God do not commit sin. For his seed remain in him. And he cannot sin, because he is born of God. In this the sons of God are manifest, and the sons of the devil. Whosoever do not righteousness is not of God, neither he that love his brother. Did we not read in Genesis chapter 1, he said, I separated the light from the night. So committing sin and not committing sin is how we know who's up under the greater light and who's up under the lesser light. And guess what? 99.9% of this world is up under the lesser light. Most Hebrew Israelites included. Because most of them ain't telling them nothing. I ain't forgot about that thing with the bowing down. But let me get to something else. Come on back over here to Numbers chapter 35. We got a lot of stuff. You know, we were mentioning a lot of stuff. And we're going to get to it. If the Lord permits. I just tell you this here. It helps somebody out. I want y'all to sit back and realize you have to make a difference. You wondering why these people don't understand. They can't see. We just read last night, I spoke to them in parables, and hearing they heard not, and seeing they see not. That's why y'all need to stop worrying about it. That's what I'm telling you. This should be, especially you women, especially to all the women. When somebody asks you, son, I'm a Jew, and that's the end of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Or my faith. Why you can't do this? Because I'm a Jew. What did that mean? I'm a Jew. That's what it means. You want to figure out what it means? You got a brain, nigga. Go look it up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to stop tongue wrestling with people, man. Explain to yourself. I'm a Jew is sufficient. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Jew. Well, why you can't come to the 4th of July cookout? Because I'm a Jew. Well, why you don't do this? Because I'm a Jew. Why you don't do this? Because I'm a Jew. What does that mean? I'm a Jew. You know what I'm saying? So what are you telling me it means? That means I'm a Jew. Well, what does Jew mean? That means I'm a Jew. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up. If you want to get rid of me, I'm set apart. What you mean you're set apart? Because I'm a Jew. And that's what Jews do. We different. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? See, I understand because I know some of y'all ain't nobody. See, people don't come ask me stupid stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna come to me because I guess they be scared of that. I don't know what they're scared of. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm gonna jump up and beat you up, man. You know what I'm saying? I will sit down and talk to you about whatever you want to know. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me, long as it ain't no personal question. Because I look you in your face and tell you, that ain't none of your business. You know what I'm saying? You come asking me about me and my woman, I'm gonna tell you that's none of your business. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asking you about you and your woman, what you asking me about mine for? That's just rude. Ain't that funny? You sit back and look at it, man. People, if you wasn't in the word, nobody don't ask you about your woman. You get in the word, now you ask me all these questions about my woman. Oh, you know what you ask me about my woman for, nigga? What you trying to, what you work for the feds or something, nigga? That's none of your business. That's just rude. I don't be sitting around asking people about their So, how things going with your girlfriend? How things going with your wife? Who does that? Grown people don't do that unless they know you like that. How your wife doing? She doing all right? That's just general conversation. That just really asking. I really don't want to know no details. I'm just being cordial. You know what I'm saying? Because you know niggas stop you real quick. Hold on, sir. Hold on. Really? Well, sit your ass, you know, unless it's something serious. You know what I'm talking about? You know, she broke a leg the other day. Okay, yeah, you can tell me about that. Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. You like to say, well, you know, she getting on my lad nerves. She burnt the biscuits last night. You know, nigga say, I think my phone just rang. It's in your head. I ain't hear nothing. I heard it in my head. I can feel it from the ring. I'm finna go.
Somebody supposed to call me at 3. It's 1:50 and I'm gonna be ready for the call.
I'm for real though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like this. You know, some people didn't want to tell you like, I didn't ask you for all that, sir. I didn't ask you for all that. Y'all pray for me. We ain't got no good sense. But Numbers 35 by verse 24. Listen, I won't be ready. I got to bathe. I talking about, hey man, I got to get stuff in order. You got to bathe for a phone call. Yeah, I like to be fresh. You know what I'm saying? I brush my teeth. You know what I'm saying? Vacuum the floor. You know what I'm saying? I like stuff to be clean before I get on the phone. and that's what who I'm talking to. It's somebody I need to be clean for. That's all you need to know. I'm for real though. I didn't know that they be asking all these questions. I just hear, man, y'all better. I know women ask questions. See, it's different. I know women ask questions like that. Want to be all that shit. So how you and your man doing? I couldn't be no woman. What you mean? Nigga, how your man doing? Asking me about my man, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, what you asking me for?
Y'all niggas must get that question a lot.
Nigga say what this is, a 30 for 30 ESPN show?
All y'all coming
I don't know what's going on. That must have tickled them good. I've been telling you though, I know, because I know women. Women do stuff like that. Asking all them prying questions. You know what I'm talking about? I couldn't be no woman, because I've been done said something. Look here, ho. You have me one more time. You know that how they talk to each other when they're in the world now.
I mean, they getting real personal too, man. They be talking about, man.
A lot of times, a lot of women don't be mean nothing by it. Some of them be looking for information. A lot of them just want to have something to talk about. Like this here, it'd be the funny one always asking somebody about their man ain't got nothing.
Got one. That's why they ask about you.
They want to know what you doing to keep that nigga from around. Because every nigga I got, that nigga leave. I'm trying to figure out, I had a girl tell me that, well, I can't keep no man. I said, you really want to know? Well, by the time I got, all right, boss, you got it. You asked. You asked. I told you. I'm for real. I ain't joking. That was a real life situation. A woman really asked me why she couldn't keep no man. Looked me in my face and said, boss, why I can't keep no man? I said, you really want the answer? Yeah. After about 10 minutes, she would like to say, boss, you got it. I don't want to hear no more.
Laying it over.
I told her she asked.
You ready for this?
I sit here and tell you. Number one, can't keep your leg closed. You start on that one, that might help you out. Because you always looking for the next best thing. All right, girl, pull your skirt up now. Got your business in the street. Good thing I didn't get on camera. I had to delete that. I don't know, man. I don't trust some of them niggas get on YouTube, man. Man, running out there, nasty bastards. You don't know who watching that stuff. These niggas nasty out here. Hebrews included. Y'all seen them Hebrews in North Carolina a few years back, killed that little boy talking about he was gay. You don't tell him what some of these niggas be doing. You know what I'm talking about? You can't put something because some of these niggas ain't right. I done told y'all this before. Just because somebody know they Israel, don't be no idiot and just think you can link up with them. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them. Hear their conversation. Sit around them. Everybody ain't good, man. Everybody ain't clean now. This ain't what everybody want to do. I love all my brothers and sisters in the four corners of the earth. Jews first, also the Gentile, but I know some of them niggas ain't right though. And that's just being real. Numbers 35 and 24. I mean, maybe verse 25. The congregation shall deliver the slayer out of the hand of the revenger of blood. That's a little too low. Verse 26, well, too high, I should say. But if the slayer shall at any time come without the border of the city of his refuge, whither he was fled, and the revenger of blood find him without the borders of the city of his refuge, and the revenger of blood kill the slayer, he shall not be guilty of blood, because he should have remained in the city of his refuge until the death of the high priest. But after the death of the high priest, the slayer shall return into the land of his possession. Who remembers what we looked at on second Passover to line that up with? He said, you shouldn't come up out of that place of your refuge now. He said, if you do, you're going to get killed. Who remembers what we looked at to validate that? And we're going to look at another place to show an example of it and then get an epistle letter to bring it on even stronger. Anybody remember? Remember when we looked at Ezekiel chapter 33 and he said, if a righteous man turn from his iniquity, I ain't going to remember none of that righteousness he did, but in the sin that he committed, he going to die. When we sit back and we look at it, we done turned back to the Father through his Son, and we come back to him, we know that Yahshua is our city of refuge, a place of safety, a place of rest. Because you go to a refuge for what? Rest. Safety. Because we know we had killed this man in previous time, but we didn't have no hatred in our heart for him. We actually didn't know. We were unaware. Yeah, see, we done went through this before, so see, they know this here. See, that actually, brother, that go back to Paul. Remember when Paul said, I did it out of ignorance, not knowing. You know what I'm saying? So we knowing, we sinned against this man, killing this man out of ignorance. We didn't know. Now he done gave us the opportunity to repent, because he said, who should mark iniquity? But there's forgiveness with him that you might be spared, that you might fear before him. Now he done gave you this so you can dwell in it. Let's look at Hebrews chapter 10. Hold on, before we look at Hebrews chapter 10, my apologies. 1 Kings chapter 2, about verse 33. But matter of fact, before we read that, 2 Samuel 16. I got to run it all down. I got to make sure, we got to make it clear. Make it lay it on down, lay it on flat. 2 Samuel chapter 16, about verse 5. Verse 5. After we read 2 Samuel chapter 16, verse 5, we'll get 1 Kings chapter 2 about verse 33. And then go to Hebrews chapter 10. Y'all? I don't know. You be alright. He say he ain't doing what we doing tomorrow, Lane. But you might as well go and get yourself ready, man. Because, boy, after that pump we get finished doing, your chest might sit out here. It's going to go down afterwards. But a little bit it's going to sit out here. Oh, yeah. I got a three-way. I got a new finisher. We did that 100 rep finish, and we didn't even do that right. We were supposed to do, I was supposed to do 40, 50 reps, and then you were supposed to come in and do yours. And then when you got done with yours, then I was supposed to come in and finish it out. I like the way we did it, but that's how it's supposed to be done. But I got something for you with some push-ups. I got something for you. That's at the end.
Come on.
I ain't decided what we're going to do with them arms yet.
I see you.
So I seen him too. Verse 5, 2 Samuel chapter 16.
My stomach hurting, Bob, man. I gotta go. That nigga gonna hit you, man. My stomach hurts, man.
It'll never hurt the chin, hurt out.
Hey, and when King David came to Barum, behold, thence came out a man of the family of the house of Saul, whose name was Shimei, the son of Gerah. He came forth and cursed still as he came. And he cast stones at David, and all the servants of King David, and all the people, and all the mighty men was on his right hand and on his left. And thus said Shimei when he cursed, Come out, thou bloody man, thou man of Belial. Yah have returned upon thee all the blood of the house of Saul, in whose stead thou hast reigned. And Yah have delivered the kingdom into the hand of Absalom thy son. Behold, thou art taken to thy mischief, because thou art a bloody man. Now, you know, they came out and cursed the Messiah too, because, you know, they said he was a blasphemer. And they said when he made himself equal with the Father, you trying to say you trying to come in and take his place. Because, you know, they hit him with stones. You know, they hit him with a reed in his mouth. You know, the people cursed and blasphemed and said all type of foul. Then they said he was reviled, right? But he reviled not. They taught a lot of, if you be the son of God, come down off this tree. Maybe God will have you. You know what I'm saying? All the type of stuff they said, cursing at him, right? Now, he just said, this is what Shimei did, right? Against King David, right? 1 Kings chapter 2. Thank the Lord for the word, man. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 33, that's what I want. No, I want 38. Oh, I'm sorry, I do want 33. Actually, 36 is what I want.
1 Kings
2 and 36. 1 Kings 2 and 36. And the king sent and called for Shimei, and said unto him, Build thee a house in Jerusalem, and dwell there, and go not forth thence any whither. Ain't that city of refuge? Ain't you supposed to go in there? You supposed to stay, right? He tell him to go to Jerusalem. Jerusalem is what? City of peace, right? City of rest. City of refuge. You know what I'm talking about? So he's telling Shimei, even though you cursed and you sinned at me, you really ain't know what you were doing. Because you didn't know what was going on between Saul and David was of Yah. It wasn't of David. You know what I'm saying? So you was running out your mouth in ignorance because you ain't really know what was going on. So I'm going to forgive you of that. So hold on. Come back up a little bit. Look what he told Shimei. Come back to verse 8. Look what the judgment that David said to do to him. And behold, thou hast with thee Shimei the son of Gerah, Benjamin of Barim, which cursed me with a grievous curse in the day when I went to Menahem. But he came down to meet me at Jordan, and I swear to him by Yah, saying, I will not put thee to death with the sword. Now therefore hold him not guiltless, for thou art a wise man, and know what thou ought to do unto him. But his hoar head bring down to the grave with blood. So actually he said and tell him, you knew what you were doing. But see, I'm going to have mercy on you. I'm going to tell you to come in this place of rest. Because I'm going to just say you ain't have no hatred with me in time past. And you came and you played with me to have mercy on you. And I swore to Yah, I ain't going to kill you. But he say, son, you wise. You know what to do. You make sure you bring that gray-headed nigga. You make sure that nigga die. That's what he said. Let's look at the judgment that the son, which was given to the father, because the father committed judgment into the hands of the son. Y'all should know that sounds just like John chapter 5. That the father has committed all judgment to the son. He judged no man. David judged no man. He put it in Solomon's hand to do it. So we look at verse 34 again. No, 36 again. And the king sent and called for Shimei and said unto him, build thee a house in Jerusalem, dwell there, and go not forth hence any whither. For it shall be that on the day that thou go and pass over the brook Kidron, that thou shalt know for certain that thou shalt surely die. Thy blood shall be upon thy own head. And Shimei said unto the king, the saying is good. As my lord the king hath said, so will thy servant do. Shimei dwelt in Jerusalem many days. So guess what? When we look at Hebrews chapter 10, that means you knew the truth. You agreed to it. And you said it's good. And it came to pass at the end of 3 years that two of the servants of Shimei ran unto Achish, son of Machiah, king of Gath. And they told Shimei, saying, behold, thy servants be in Gath. And Shimei arose and saddled his ass and went to Gath to Achish to seek his servants. And Shimei went and brought his servants from Gath. So you know what ended up happening? He went in after chasing after the things of this life and this world, and it cost him his life. It cost him his life. This is what it say now. And it was told Solomon that Shimei had gone from Jerusalem to Gath and was come again. And the king sent and called for Shimei and said unto him, Did I not make thee swear by Yah and protested unto thee, saying, know for certain on the day that thou go and walk abroad any whither, that thou shalt surely die. And thou said unto me, the word that I have heard is good. Why then hast thou not kept the oath of Yah and the commandment that I have charged thee with? The king said moreover to Shimei, thou know all the wickedness thy heart is privy to, that thou did to David my father. Therefore Yah shall return thy wickedness upon thy own head. King Solomon shall be blessed, and the throne of David shall be established before Yah forever. So the king commanded Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, which went out and fell upon him, and he died, and the kingdom was established in the hand of Solomon. You already said, you know all the sin your heart is privy to. You know all the sin your heart is privy to. Remember he told you the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? Say, Yah search the heart and try the reins. That's why that goes back to what we were looking at. You naked before him whom we had to do. He said, you know, because see, Solomon already knew. This wicked nigga gonna get up and leave. Ain't but a matter of time. You know what this actually go back to? That John chapter 6, when he say some of the disciples walked with him for a while, but when he spit that hard sand, they stopped walking with him. See, it's only a certain period of time people going to go and then they're going to turn back. They're going to go after what they want to go after. Hebrews chapter 10, because he just said, verse 25, he just said the saying that he heard it was good, right? So that means he agreed with it, right? So he acknowledged it was the truth, right? I don't want to read 25 or 26 one more time before I actually drop down about verse 34. Or actually 35. I just want to read 26 before I drop down to 35. For if we sin willfully after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remain no more sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation which shall devour the adversaries. Because when you sit back and you look at him that left out the city of refuge in Shimei, they heard the truth, they had the mercy, but what did they do? They came up out of it. They sinned willfully after getting the knowledge of what they were supposed to do. And we know vengeance belongs to Yah. He will repay, right? Verse 35 of this same chapter of this epistle of Hebrews 10 chapter. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward. That's what a lot of people end up doing. See, if they had the recompense of reward of being spared, don't you think they would have stayed in that city of refuge? Now she sent me the screenshot of what Catherine posted that you seen. See, you ended up, well, you know what ended up happening? See, she casted away her that white girl actually said that my life was all right when I was trying to submit myself to God. Now my life is in utter chaos. And I don't know why. I already know why. You gave up on God. God gave up on you. He said, if you forsake me, I'll forsake you. Because see, I done told y'all this before, but for those of y'all that don't know, that woman wanted us to come pick her up and then take her to work on blowing the trumpets. You notice the Sabbath. I'm not picking you up, and I'm not. And if we came and got you, you know you stand, because I'm not sending anybody to take you to work. That's just not happening. Because then all of us might as well get up and go to work, because we all going to hell. And anybody who would have sat in there after I would have sent somebody to take you to work should have got up and left. You know what I'm saying? This is Sabbath. You told us, everybody took the day off, and she got to work, and you actually got somebody to take her to work. So So even though she committed that trespass, the Lord say, call her and tell her to come on for the Sabbath night. She said, I ain't coming. He said, call her again, tell her to come Sabbath day. She said, I ain't coming. He said, she's done. She got rid of herself. We didn't have to put her out. She cut herself off. And the reason why she cut herself off, because in this very room, she was clowned because she married somebody whom she was directly told not to marry. Because she thought she was going to get sympathy. And the exact thing of what she was told was going to occur happened. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be telling y'all, if I tell y'all not to do something or refrain from something, that means I can already see what's going to happen before it happens. If you go and do it, and it happens just like I told you how it was going to happen, I'm going to clown you directly to your face because you are straight up stupid. Like, there's no other way to put it. Somebody warned you or something. Because guess what? Don't you know Shimei had to be stupid? He was warned, wasn't he? And what did he do? The exact same thing the man told him was going to happen to him. What happened to him? He was killed. Why? He cast away his confidence that he was going to get a reward. He cast away his confidence. I mean, he cast away his faith. He actually didn't believe. He didn't think he ain't going to kill him. I can slide up out of here and commit this sin and go get my servants. I can do it. Verse 36. For you have need of patience, that after you've done the will of God, you might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. Listen what he say. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. When them people were coming up out that city of refuge, Shimei, did his soul have any pleasure in him? He drew back. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. That's why we be on y'all about, sir. We ain't of them that believe that you should go back to death. The city of refuge in Shimei is showing you what happened when you come up out of that resting place. You're going to die. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Now, we mentioned something about that strong man, right? Getting bound up, right? Come over here to Luke chapter 11. See, we looked at that too. See, for Brother Goldie, what came to mind was Samson. Right? They bound Samson up, right? He was a strong man. They spoiled him, right? But see, I don't have Samson in mind today. I don't have Samson in mind today. Luke chapter 11, verse 20. Make it 18. 17. What did we look at last night when we looked at King Hezekiah? What did King Hezekiah do? He showed everything in his house to the king, right, to Babylon. And what did he tell what's going to happen? And what did he say to King Hezekiah? What did y'all by the mouth of Isaiah say to King Hezekiah? He said, I'm going to take all these goods out of this house. He said, I ain't going to do it in your days. I'm going to do it in your son's days. He said, hey, peace and truth going to be in my days. Real black man. So ain't going to happen to me. I'm good. But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. A house divided against a house fall. Come on, man. Somebody got, hey, mute your phone, man. We hear the police. That's how it happens to you. But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. A house divided against a house fall. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because you say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub. And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your sons cast them out? Therefore they shall be your judges. All right, Leah. Cut it out. Nobody wants to hear it. Yeah, I know it. He say, but if I with the finger of God cast out devils, no doubt the kingdom of God has come upon you. When a strong man armed keep his palace, his goods are in peace. When a strong man armed keep his palace, his goods are in peace. But when a stronger than he shall come upon him and overcome him, he take from him all his armor wherein he trusted, and divide his spoil. Now, when we look at King Hezekiah, what did we read about King Hezekiah last night? He said he did justice and judgment before y'all. His heart was perfect, wasn't it? So that means he was armed, right? But I want you to come and look at Ephesians chapter 6 because y'all need to start arming yourself. Okay. That way you'll be able to keep your palace and keep your goods. Okay. Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God that you might be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. This is why I tell y'all you got to start being a little wise and a little smarter. Actually slow your mind. Like how we were mentioning y'all about, like with prom. That's the wiles of the devil. You know what I'm saying? It's little subtle stuff that y'all look at. Same why I was telling you about that video with all them kids running around in them. That's the wiles of the devil. See, we look at stuff and you think it's innocent. It ain't nothing to it. This man is actually attacking your mind, your spirit, and your soul. But because you've been taught that things are not that important, there is a war going on for your soul. You do understand and know that. You know what I'm saying? Paul finna tell you about it. He say, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Now, if the rulers of this world are in darkness, then guess what that means? They rule by the lesser light. Because he said he the God of this world. I want you to hold what you got. I want you to look at Luke chapter 4, if I'm not mistaken. I just want you to hear it out of Satan's mouth. Luke chapter 4, verse 5. I done heard people say Satan is not an angel. Satan just means adversary. So you going to take that he's not an angel just because the name itself means adversary? How stupid can you be? Now I'm talking about, boy, book definition is going to be the reason why a lot of people go to hell. 4 and 5. Yeah, Satan means adversary. That don't mean he ain't an angel. That's just dumb. Everybody in here, first name means something. That don't mean you not real. And the devil, taking him up into a high mountain, showed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will give it. So if he just showed him all the kingdoms of the world, that means, now we know y'all set up kingdoms and bring them down. You know what I'm talking about? But that means, like this here, Satan, I give you power, you can get you one. You want to put him in authority? I'll let you put him in. You want to put him, remember he said he been loose for a little season to do what he want to do. That means I let him do his thing for a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? At the end of the day, y'all the one stamped it and say, hey, you ain't setting him up. I don't want him there. Don't you know there be some world leaders be under there and they don't last too long? You wonder why. Satan been and slid him one in there. The Lord say, you know what? No, I'm going to kill him. I don't want him. It's not acceptable. You know what I'm talking about? Now he just said he showed him all the kingdoms of the world and said all this power is given unto me. That means if all this power was given unto him, that means he got power over this world. Just like 2 Corinthians chapter 4 said, didn't it? Come on back to Ephesians chapter 6. So that means the rulers of that world. What you sit back and look at it? Nigga, we ain't worried about that. Why you think Obama sitting up there allowing sissies to get married? Why you think why you think this bastard would get up here and call niggas thinking he your people and he call your people thugs? And then turn around before he called you thugs and say, don't act like it, it just ain't started. Police been killing these guys. He said that out of his mouth. This ain't nothing new. Those was his exact words. This ain't nothing new. You know what I'm talking about? But like I told y'all before and I tell you again, you can't trust no nigga that light, lips that black. Can't trust no nigga with lips that black. Not no nigga say I only smoke cigarettes. Nigga, what type of cigarettes are you smoking? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if, as far as I know, Michelle Obama, a woman, how you gonna trust a man married to a woman got stronger features than him? That nigga chin long.
Oh, boy, she got guns too.
Hey, that can happen because Serena got some guns. You got nigga try to say Serena on me.
No, she ain't no man. She just built like that.
I mean, hey, Michelle might go lift some weights, but boy, that woman got some shoulders now. Say, I ain't going in there to shoulder press with her. She might shame me. I ain't messing with her. She just might lift. She just might work out. You know what I'm saying? Them kids had to come from somewhere. They look like both of them. They ain't like this here. Ain't no way in the world she know if she a man. How them children look like you? Cause all of them got them long faces. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get it there, cause I done told y'all about that before. We know Obama like boys. It's all right. Don't none of y'all cry cause Obama like boys. Hey man, anybody that promote boys, the marrying of boys, you know he got to like them. I got a lot of people on my page who I know personally who claim they in the word and support sisters. Support bull daggers. I can't support that. You know what I'm saying? You can't. The reason why I say that is you can't look down on a pedophile. You can't look down on a pedophile and then look down on a homosexual. They both sexual perverts. You can't look down on somebody who participated in bestiality and then look down on a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a hypocrite. If you're against it, you got to be against all of it. See, a lot of people don't want to be against homosexuals because they don't want to seem to be quote unquote intolerant. I see there's a woman on Instagram. She looked like a man and she's actually a stripper and women go to see her and pay her money. Weirdest thing I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? All you women in here supposed to be straight. This the world we live in and this country stamps it. You know what I'm saying? This country stamps seeing fornicator. These people got a show talking about where people were dating and they were butt naked. I think it's been canceled. Thank the Lord for that. You got shows like Married at First Sight. You marrying somebody the first time you see them. People participate in this. This is a land ruled with darkness. This is what you fighting against. You know what I'm saying? They pass laws every day, unbeknownst to the mass public, that's actually against this right here. You know what I'm saying? That's actually against this book. They already got laws on the books where it's set up where they can lock people up for preaching this word. In Switzerland, it's already against the law to preach against homosexuality. You will go to jail. You will go to jail. It ain't but a matter of time. It's against the law here to spank your children. It come right out this book. They get mad at black people for doing it. We got it out the word. That's our basis for it. The same people that tell us we shouldn't spank our children because the word says so are the same people that say America is a Christian nation. The same people. So y'all don't actually listen to these people. The same people that tell you we a Christian nation put up shows where grown men cuss their parents out. But then you ought to buy your mama something for Mother's Day, but you promote people being disrespectful to their parents. This same country made a show called Teen Mom and glamorized young whores and paid them millions of dollars to be sluts. And to have children before they were grown.
16.
That's spiritual wickedness in high places. That's not even getting to the idolatry and the false religion that's taught in this land. That's not even touching that. If we just would deal with society and the things that are shown in this society, before we even get to religion, before we even get to that, we could go right out here on Mel Road, and you will run past a Christian church and a ski temple on the same road. Jump on St. John, jump on 295, ride down St. John Bluff, you're gonna run past a mosque. As a matter of fact, there's a church right across the street from that mosque. You know what I'm saying? See, you can come here, you can worship Allah, you can worship the Fawns, you can worship Buddha, you can worship whatever you want. Y'all remember, I done told y'all about this before. Hey, that Family Guy episode, all hell fun.
Yeah, I seen that.
Because you can worship whatever you want. These people took a form of worship in yoga and made you think it was exercise. These people took a form of sexual worship in the Kama Sutra and made you want to learn it so you could get freaky at your house. Nigga don't even know you go read Kama Sutra and go to talking about the Kundali, which is that serpent. Then they go to talking about them 7 chakras, 7 wheels of light. All this stuff Satan worship. All this stuff comes from, you got niggas talking about, you got to get your chakras centered. No, you need to get out my face. Man, I first reading that stuff in prison, I say, man, this is bugged out, man. This is some bugged out stuff. One of you niggas got a joint? I need to smoke weed out there. I had niggas think nigga ain't got no weed, nigga out outside smoke a rip. This is the weirdest stuff I ever seen in my life. Yeah, that's how, hey, I had Newport 100 too, but you know, them things expensive. You don't pull them out all the time. Nigga used to kill me in prison. I could hit your cigarette. No, nigga. Nigga, these things $6 a pipe, nigga. You smoking drugs, man. I ain't got no cigarette for you. I remember I had to go off on the sister in prison. That nigga came to me talking about, can I get a Newport? I say, nigga, can you get a what? I say, hell no, nigga, you can't get a Newport. You know what I'm talking about? What? Can I get a rip? No, you can't get no rip. He wanted a pack. He wanted a pack. Talking about, can you get a pack? I said, boy, you don't need to be over here out hustling in my locker home, boy. You know what I'm talking about? But I was at a facility where it was so many niggas that were homosexual that these niggas thought, I can roll a dice, shoot. All these niggas gay anyway. I told you I was at a facility, 1,200 people. 600 to 800 of them were openly homosexual. I wish I was. I wish I was. I wish I was. How it happened, niggas Fruit Loops. You know what I'm saying? And the sister used to just come up, because that's what them sisters would do. They'll walk around. And there'll be people, because they looking for somebody who gonna get them something. You know what I'm saying? And they talking about, well, you got a lot of fish. Can I get some fish? I say, boy, I'm real close to getting out. I want to hit you in your mouth right now. But Lil Muffin want me to beat it at graduation. You know what I'm saying? I want it. I ain't no violent dude, because I feel like you trying to be. I remember when this nigga come, we worked in the kitchen. This nigga shoot over here. I say, bro, what you come over here sitting over here for? I didn't want to sit over here with y'all, but you like boys though. Nobody wants to sit with you. No one likes you. You know what I'm saying? You got the glazed donut face. Niggas is straight. You know what I'm saying? Glazed donut face. Because them niggas stay out them sisters now. You walk up, you got seminal fluid in your face, son. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want none of your, I don't want whatever you got. I don't want it nowhere near me. I ain't your friend, nigga. You don't see me hanging out with sisters. You don't see me hanging out with niggas who mess with sisters. Why is you over here trying to finagle your way on some oatmeal and a pack of macaroni? You know what I'm saying? Nigga like this here. Well, can I get a pack of fish? I say, no, nigga, I work out. Well, you got a lot of them, because I got money, nigga. That's why. Call your people, tell them send you something. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Don't mad at me because nobody. Hey, one day my homeboy seen a nigga. He supposed to be a woman. That nigga was in there standing up peeing. That nigga say, he an F-boy. He an F-boy. You ought to kill that nigga. I'm in there dying laughing. Nigga, you still think you one day, man, this was no lie, this was hilarious. It was a Cuban dude. He couldn't speak too much good English, right? The sister, this is what the sister used to try to do. Because the toilets is here. There's sinks right here, and the shower is here. So actually, when you go to the bathroom, if you stand up facing this way, you can see niggas in the shower. So niggas would actually like take a towel or they pants to try to block niggas, you know what I'm saying, line of sight. Man, that sister came back there, that man, that Cuban dude said, I know what you do. I know what you do. I know what you do. You a faggot. I know what you do. I'm dying laughing. He like this here. My homeboy said, hey bro, can I hold your pants? Can you leave your pants here, bro? Because that's what he used to try to do. Come back there like he urinating and, oh, I'm cleaning boxes out. I'm washing socks.
Yeah, you always got to be at the same.
You always at the same.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Come on, my nigga. Stay at the same. Like this here, scoping. You know what I'm talking about? Like, nigga, what is you doing? I say, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? But you know why it's like that? You got all them niggas who are approving of it. The guards think it's funny. You know what I'm talking about? That these niggas doing it. So guess what ends up happening? This is accepted practice. That's why when I got out of prison, I seen what I seen with the sissies and bulldaggers. I had never seen this many open homosexuals before in my life. I was shocked. I was not prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? My entire life before 2009, you had to be in certain spots to see open homosexuals. I'm talking about men. You know, you knew a few bulldaggers here and there. You know what women who, but they wasn't open with it. Now, like they said, they got the little picture. You got 4 types of bull daggers. I can only remember what 2 of them look like. One with Manny Fresh and one looked like Jadakiss. I can't remember the other 2 that was on. Justin Bieber. Yeah, for the white girl. They had Justin Bieber. And they were one more. And who? It wasn't Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? But I know they had one like Jadakiss with the low cut with the fitted on. You know what I'm saying? Now it's people that we knew and grew up with bull daggers. I'm like, and the worst part is, you got kids. So you laid up on here sucking on each other while your kids in here. Niggas say you got kids and now you're a lesbian.
I'm just saying, like,
Somebody put a picture up talking about, man, I was chilling with my homeboy and got drunk. Man, he messed around and raped a nigga or something like this. And niggas say rape the nigga. They say you're a woman. We're talking about a man walked up and a woman, man walked up and grabbed him on the booty. Talking about, go ahead on Brian with that gay stuff. You're a man. You're not a woman, you're a man. You know what I'm saying? It was something along them lines like this here talking about nigga the bull dagger come up pregnant. You know what crazy when you see the man bull dagger pregnant. So you doesn't tell me you always like swipe, trying to act like you don't want no people. I mean my homegirl used to tell me something about I'm a lipstick type. I said you a nasty nigga, that wasn't you. Talking about you a lipstick type.
You got a fade.
That was her exact word. That's what she told me. Like, yeah, I done messed with a woman or 2. I said, you done messed with a woman. Like, I'm talking about, I'm like, we like 20, we young.
Trying to keep your breast tight.
I said, but you know, she was in the strip club, so that come along with it. That's what she told me. I'm a lipstick. She said, I'm a lipstick dyke. I said, you nasty. I said, what in the world? Turn you on.
What is a lipstick?
They look like regular girls.
Look like regular girls, but like women, and they'll mess with the manly bull dagger. They'll mess with any of them. You know the part I never understood? I never understood this here. You're getting with a woman who dressed like a man, but you want her to put on a strap-on. So if you wanted her to put on a strap-on and act like a woman and dress like act like a man and dress, why wouldn't you just go ahead and get the real thing? Just go and get your man. Why would you go get a woman to put on a strap-on to penetrate you for? What type of sense did this make? The same way niggas say I don't like women, but you got a 6'5", 262-pound man dressed up like a woman.
Trying to have a light voice. Like V Rain and that boy.
Man, when
Oh my God.
But I want y'all to understand something.
What
I'm sitting back with trying to get y'all to understand here, because we started out looking at that God is light and no part dark. Y'all have no part in none of this stuff that's going on here. None. And when you look at all these activities, say you do the lust of your father ye will do. The rulers of this world, the rulers of darkness in high places, who set them up? When we go look in the book of Daniel, he said, you know what? Who he say, the prince of such and such, the king of such and such held me back. Let's go look at that so you see what I'm talking about. Daniel chapter 7. Leah, calm down. Make that here. Daniel chapter 9. Daniel chapter 9, verse 12. Remember, Satan means adversary, right? So somebody who an adversary, they would stand against somebody, kind of fight with them. I look like a couple of y'all fought with them hair wraps, get them on your head. Hey, man, I just had to walk on in on that one now. I ain't even have to do nothing. And don't say I ain't single. I was talking about everybody. Wasn't nobody. Every woman in the room with one on. Nobody, even Sherelle. It's like it's a fight. It's a struggle.
Down goes Frazier.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all be around here like BG, man, they say hard times. Got a nigga in all black. That's how the thing feeling like.
Oh, man.
All black. They mourning. I can't get this thing over here for nothing. My forehead can't take it no more.
Oh.
Man, that's my bad. It's not Daniel 9 and Daniel 10. My apologies. Daniel 10 and 12. He say, then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thy heart to understand and chasten thyself before thy God, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia. Now you got to have enough sense to know, can't no man stop no angel. You got to, you can come back to Ephesians chapter 6. You got to have enough common sense to know, can't no man stop no angel. And then he said, Michael, another angel, is the one who came to help him. So this is showing you who is behind these people. Satan behind them. Who's behind Barack Obama? Satan behind him. And I ain't just saying that because of what people got to say about Barack Obama. I'm just saying that because he rules the most wicked nation upon the face of the earth, in my personal opinion. No, I haven't been to every land on the earth, but I want to wager this one is the best. Guess what? Queen Elizabeth? Queen Elizabeth? Guess who's behind her? Satan. I don't know what the name of the president of France is. Who behind it? Vladimir Putin is back in power in Russia. Who behind it? Kim Jong-il. Who behind it? I don't know who behind. I don't know who running China right now or Japan. Guess what? Who behind? Who behind? Who set them up? Everything that they promote is darkness, is sin. That's why he say you got to guard. Like he said, you better guard your grill, but to keep your palace on. Verse 12 one more time. That's what we have to sit back and look at. That's why I want to get y'all on the real eye to realize we don't sit back and be fighting. You ain't got no business, oh, I want to fight against the white man. We're not fighting against these people because of their race. We fighting against these people because of what they do, their policies. It's wickedness. You know what I'm saying? You promote killing my people. You promote the selling of narcotics. You know what I'm saying? You promote immorality, so to speak. I don't like to use that word because that's kind of a Gentile word. You promote unclean behavior. You know what I'm saying? Because immoral and immoral, that's not Jew word. That's not Jew speak. You know what I'm saying? That's heathen talk. You have low morals. Nigga, what is morals, nigga? We ain't got no morals. We got laws and statutes and commandments, which is our understanding and wisdom in the sight of the nation. They say that's a wise and understanding people got a law so great. You know what I'm saying? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. He that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. How you going to be able to stand and fight in a battle and you ain't took the thing necessary to fight? Look what he say now. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. So you know what that means? You know what that means, have your loins girt about with truth, mean you have a belt on. That means you would tighten up. And you know what's another word we looked at that we've been looking at? Sober, being clear-minded. Your mind straight. You know what I'm talking about? Your mind clear. Look what else he say now. And with truth having on the blessed breastplate of righteousness. Isaiah 59. Look, Mike, it's all right, man. I know y'all crunk up. Put the band back together. Y'all like y'all, man. Y'all go hard. Take y'all somewhere. Let y'all run around. Run all that stuff off. So when y'all go in the house, you go straight to sleep. Oh. Isaiah 59 and 17. 16 actually. And he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness is sustained. For he put on righteousness as a breastplate, and a helmet of salvation upon his head. He put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak. So now he's seeing that, who is this who put righteousness on as a breastplate? You know what a breastplate is? That's armor, right? That's the Messiah. So guess what that means we're supposed to do if he just sat back and told you, come back to Ephesians chapter 6, about putting on the breastplate of righteousness. What did Paul tell you in Romans chapter 12? About verse 14. Put ye on Yahshua HaMashiach and make no provisions to fulfill the lust thereof. which we already stepped back and started with, that Abraham believed God, he was counted to him for righteousness, therefore he was a friend of God, so therefore God showed him everything that he did. You know what I'm talking about? So that means putting on that breastplate of righteousness is what's in the book of Proverbs, which one day we'll delve into it more in depthly. He say, guard your heart, because the issues of life